Well, in this episode, I take a shower outside. I stand in the snow. I roll up this water bag. Sip from my coffee. Near Rocky Mountain National Park. And run out of water. I'm out of water now almost. I have like 16 ounces to get me back to the car. That's not good. Well, hey folks, welcome back to another video here at Gideonstactical. Today we're going to talk water systems and this water bag. It's basically a water bottle, it's a bag. And the Hydrapak Seeker 2-liter water bag. Now what makes this a little bit different, it has a lot of capability, a lot of options that I'm going to show you today, but it has a different cap that you can attach that has multiple different options, including like a shower spray head, a hose for a water bladder to transform this into a water bladder, and a lot of other little unique features that you may not get just with like a 48-ounce Nalgene. And one of the other reasons I wanted to test it out was to be able to give me an option to carry more water than my 48-ounce Nalgenes, because this 2-liter is carrying about 70 ounces of water, but it's about the same footprint as my 48-ounce Nalgene. So we're gonna have some fun today, just breaking it down, showing you another water holding option, particularly for cold weather environments when you don't want to be using a full water bladder, because you might be concerned that your water bladder hose will freeze up. This might be a good option. We're gonna find out today. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to this thing. Let's break it all down here for you. So I've been looking forward to doing this video. I have had this, I wanna say for 8 months now, used it every time I have trekked since I bought it. And I'm totally digging what it has to offer, with a few exceptions. So we're gonna get through all of that today. So let's just break down the bag itself first off. Now, what's really cool is what you see right here is what you're gonna get when you buy this bag. You're gonna get this cap that just unscrews. It's really well threaded, very tight, really nice there, no issues. They do have a leak guarantee, no leak guarantee, excuse me. So we'll talk about that in just a moment with some of the other caps. I have not had this thing leak at all, so that's awesome, unless you want to open it. Good mouth holder to, you know, drink from, things like that. Now it has a couple different lashing points around the bag. The first one is right up here, so you can hang it that way. It has two along the sides right here, which will come into effect later when we talk about the hose, and that's it. So you have 3 different lashing points that you can use. It does have graduations along the side in milliliters. I would have liked to see that also in standard measurements as well. Not a huge deal. Now, as I've spoken about, this is a 2-liter or 70 fluid ounces. On this model, they have 2 bigger models. They have a 3-liter as well as a 4-liter. And what's really cool is, as of right now, these are $20 for all 3 sizes on Amazon. I'll have links for you guys below to Amazon, as well as Backcountry, I believe, carries those, so you can check all those hyperlinks that we offer to you guys below. But that's a really good price for what I think you're gonna see here today, particularly in those larger 3 and 4-liter bags. Now, what's really cool is we have everything here on the side. We have that no leak guarantee, which is really cool. Then we have BPA PVC free. This is a plug and play system we'll talk about in just a second. It's rated for 60 degrees Celsius or 140 degrees Fahrenheit. And what's really cool is that they've actually designed this so that you can freeze it and use it like as an ice pack if you needed to, or heat it up almost to boiling, obviously not quite, but almost to boiling, and use it as like a heat bag as well. So I'm thinking, even those of you, I'm thinking a lot of like hikers and like mountain bikers, you know, aggressive sports. This might be a great thing to have for multiple reasons, not just for drinking out of. This is top rack safe, which is also really good. So lots to go through there, and this is made out of ultra durable TPU HDPE nylon is what this is made out of. It weighs 2.6 ounces and it's dry weight, and there are 2 different colors. This is the gray mammoth, and there is a baby blue Malibu is what they call it. Now, one other cool aspect is that it will come with this little bag. I tend to just run it through one of the lashing points that it comes with, just to keep it, you know, when it's like in a water bladder pocket or water bottle pocket, just so I don't lose it. It will completely collapse and roll up to be about the size of your fist or even smaller. So it has a very small footprint when you're not using it. And for backpackers like myself, that's actually a really cool feature. So you can roll it up, throw it in your bag. It's not taking up space, but then when you get to your location, you can use your filter filter out your water and then have clean water there for your cooking and for your drinking and different things like that. So that is absolutely a big win for me. Now, the other aspect that really connected with me for this particular model is the footprint. Here is my 48 ounce Nalgene that I love. I love this thing. I'm not getting rid of it because of this Seeker, but this is an augment to my Nalgenes, because you can see here that it's about the same height. And when you really look at the diameter here, they're about almost the same diameter. So I don't know how they're getting, you know, 22 more ounces into this thing. If my math is right, 48, right? 50 to 70, yeah. So I mean, 22 more ounces in this bag than that is in this Nalgene, but it's taking up about the same amount of space. And that's one of the main reasons why I picked this up, is that in the wintertime, I prefer not using water bladders. It's very rare that I do that with a hose, just because unless it's about freezing or above, they just, even if they're insulated, even if they do stuff, you know, they just tend to either clog up, ice up, have problems. It's just a headache. And so I just prefer to drink out of water bottles when I am hiking, trekking. Now I'm starting to snowshoe, you know, whatever it is, snowboard even when I do snowboarding. And so that's why I wanted to look at this. I was like, I trek and do activities year round. So I wanted something that could hold even more water and be like the size of a bladder, but have the pour spout and some other lashing options that maybe your normal bladders don't offer you, and you don't have to break the bank at, you know, 20 bucks. So that's pretty epic. And so I'm really digging all of that. And on top of that, the plug and play system. So let's move on to that part of what this has to offer. All right, here's the plug and play system, and this is where all the magic happens. Now, I bought this kit that you're seeing right here. It'll come with the plug and play cap. It'll come with a pour water spout to fill up your water bottles, particularly if you have one of those larger, say 3 or 4 liter versions. And then it also has a little cap attachment, and it also has a shower head. So we're gonna go through all of that today because there's a lot of features, and then we'll finally look at the bladder hose in a little bit. So first thing out of the gate, let's take off the original cap here and put on the plug and play cap. Okay, so again, no leak guarantee is what they have been touting, and when this is like this, there's no issue, okay? I have not had a single leak. It's basically like having this bad boy on there. Now, the cool thing is they've offered this little plug. So what you can do, you run it through the upper attachment. It's kind of like a shock cord vibe there. Pop it in. There you go. You're locked into place, so that when you do want to drink out of it, just like this, you know, you just want to use it, say, as a water bottle, or you're filling up, you know, your coffee, you know, mug that you're doing instant coffee in, you're not going to lose that cap. So that's a really good little feature. Then when you're ready to add other accessories to it, so you just follow the little directions right there, the little arrows, you just rotate, that releases the plug, and you're ready to plug in another item. So that's where this little pour spout would come into play. Clicks right into place there. Nice and secure, nice and snug. Again, we're gonna try this leak. I mean, I'm squeezing, I'm putting lots of pressure on there. No leakage, and I've used this several times and I've not seen any leakage. So again, good on that aspect to it. And then honestly, it's just gravity fed. You have your little lever and your little pour spout, and you can easily fill up Nalgenes, other water bottles, other Hydrapaks, whatever it would be. Rinse off stuff, however you want to use that. It's a cool little feature to have. Now, the final piece, which is super cool with this little system, is the shower head. You just attach that over the spout there. So again, you're not getting that spigot dirty. Squeeze that guy on there nice and tight, and then you can take a shower. All right, guys, so I just finished a run. Really sweaty, need to clean off. So I jerry-rigged this little thing. Obviously, you can hook it up to a tree, you know, side of your trailer, side of your tent, if it's strong enough, whatever. And we're just gonna do a quick rinse down, you know, which is what you want, particularly maybe you're, you know, somewhere mountain biking, something like that. And I'm actually gonna be, this is just a quick shout out to Match Grade Soap Company. These guys started following me on Instagram. I followed them back, we started talking. They're like, yeah, we just started. They do small batch, USA made in Florida soaps, and they're awesome. I've already used a few of them. Smell great, they work well. I really dig them. So if you want to check out a US company, they support the Constitution, Second Amendment, that type of stuff, just cool. Just want to give them a quick shout out. Their product is awesome, so I'll be soaping up with that here in just a second. Backcountry smell. So Match Grade Soap Company, I'll have some links for you guys below. You can go check them out. I'm digging them. I'm definitely going to pick up some more of their soap. So with that, let's go ahead and strip down here. Get off some of this sweat. rinse off all of that. So I've continuously run this thing with it totally on. And this 70 ouncer will run for about 1 minute and 40 seconds nonstop. So that's a pretty good amount of water. I myself will definitely be able to get clean with that amount of water. I mean, you can see we still got plenty, but that's with it on the entire time. And that angle projects just enough so you're able to, you know, it's not just going right up against your camper or something like that. So guys, I think it's a really cool system. It works. I mean, I was surprised. I thought it might be kind of gimmicky, but I was purposely buying this plug and play system, not only to possibly buy bigger bladders to use, you know, and put the bigger one on the side of the, you know, picnic table or something when we're camping, or the back tailgate of the car, you know, whatever. All right, folks, now on to the final aspect. This is the one part of the system I'm not super pumped about. This hose. Now, I purposely bought this because it is a fully insulated hose, and as you heard me say earlier, it's not my preference when it's cold, but I wanted to try it out. I was like, maybe this is a whole plug and play system. Let's get the whole thing going. This might be like the one-stop shop for everything. And I wanted to see also, you know, would it freeze up? Now, I didn't experience any freezing up because the one time I went snowshoeing with it, it was right around freezing. So the insulation seemed to be fine. The nozzle is okay. It does come with a cover. That's a big selling point to me. The flow was fine, you know, just kind of like sits there. It wasn't super secure. You can see how easy that kind of falls off. I would have liked to have like a tighter, more snug attachment. There was like one time where I saw it, you know, just kind of like fall off. So that's not great. But what really kind of failed for me is I was hiking. I had this. Now, obviously, you got to have it upside down, right, in order to get the flow that you would need. So I put it in my water bladder pouch, or my water bottle pocket on the exterior, and went to town, and this is what ended up happening. On the outside of the bag, easier accessibility, less likely to leak and damage stuff and cause problems inside the pack. Okay, so just discovered a problema. This entire thing leaked on me because, you know, you got to tip it upside down so that the water flows towards the hose. And I come over here and this bag is empty and my pack is wet, and this hose was completely popped off. So because of the bending that's going on in there, I'm out of water now almost. I have like 16 ounces to get me back to the car. That's not good unless I start melting snow, which is not gonna try and do. And I got my side of my pack all wet. So not pumped about the hose feature so far. I'm gonna jack with it some more. See if I can maybe figure it out or figure out a different way to rig it. Otherwise, I think that's a bad design overall. So folks, it's actually not a problem with the plug and play system itself. It's a problem with the hose, because what was happening, and you're seeing this right here, it started to pull, popped off, and with this in there, that will absolutely start leaking. So that is a no-go. That's a game stopper, showstopper for me. That's not going to work. You could probably come up with some sort of clamp maybe there. Really, the only way that you could probably make it work is use these two attachments on the side and hang it kind of at like a 45-degree angle on a pack or something, on the exterior of a pack. That's probably only real way, and then just wrap the hose around that this would function. For me, I'm not going to try and jerry rig something that much to get a bladder working. It's just a fail. I mean, it's a fail for me, and it just didn't work. So I would want to be able to hang it upside down and be able to get what I need out of the functionality of the design. So guys, for me, the plug and play system works, and maybe the non-insulated version has a better connection point. It looked like it from the pictures. I haven't used it, so like a non-insulated version might be a better like attachment, and it won't pull away. I'd love to hear some comments if anyone has that option. But for the insulated version that you see here, it's a no-go. Well, there you have it, folks. I hope that this video has been fun, entertaining, but also giving you the data that you need concerning this Hydrapak system. And overall, I really connect with it. I've been using it now for about 6 months, continue to plan on using it through the summer and the spring months and all the outdoor adventures. And I'm actually looking at getting one of those, probably 4-liter ones, because of the price right now and all the other accessories I already have. But I look forward to reading the comments and seeing what your guys' experience with Hydrapak, and particularly this plug-and-play system and the concept of using this bag versus, say, a rigid bottle all the time. I'm not going to not take a rigid bottle, but now I can take a really small one maybe, or something just as more of a backup, and I can have this one all the time when I don't want a full bladder with a hose. So I appreciate you guys for coming over today and checking out the channel. Don't forget to check out the other video popping up. You can subscribe if you're not a current subscriber. We're throwing up content like this every single week. We just really appreciate you guys. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook as well. Don't forget, you're never alone. And always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. See you out there.